of you to stop what you're doing and listen. What up, brother?
What up? How are you?
Here we are. Here it is, and here we go.
Another fabulous Monday.
That it is.
Yeah, man. How was your week?
I don't know. What is today? Monday. It's been a good week, man. Yeah, I had a great weekend of events, and I got a tooth pulled earlier today, so I'm excited about that. That should be so far so good. We'll see. I don't know if the numbness is worn off yet. Maybe I'm dreaming. Maybe it is. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
So if I'm a little loopy tonight, or a little more silly stupid than I normally am, it just could be the numbness stuff talking.
Okay.
So bear with
the numbness stuff talking.
Yeah. Well, that's the technical term for it. I mean, there's a little more looser terms than that in the medical world, but the numbness stuff is normally what they call it, in the circles I run in, at least.
I rarely get what is the needle? What do they call it? Novocaine?
Yeah.
So it's really a lot of nitrous oxide for me. I rarely get even if I have to get the needle, I still have to have the nitrous oxide.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just like to let them know that, I want to be you know what I mean? Not even on a different hemisphere. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and then whatever happens. You know what I mean?
When I had my I know what you mean. When I had, what's up, Braden? When I had my
what is he saying? I will call you and yell in your ear to wake you up. Okay, well that works. That works too. What up? Oh, you know what? Hey, what's up, Vince? You know what? I got a comment on Braden real quick, man. I seen he's been doing some cool stuff, man. I don't know if you saw it on his social media, but old Braden is working at high school football.
Ooh, nice.
DJing for JV and varsity. And if that's not enough, also working at the Panthers Stadium.
Oh, wow. That is really, really cool, man.
Yeah.
That's an accomplishment right there in itself. Not too
Congratulations on that, Braden. I think that's awesome, man. I work for the Jacksonville football team. Most people outside of here don't know we have a football team called the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know you probably never heard of them. I worked for them for 12 years, with them, for them, whatever you want to call it. And it was a lot of fun. So I think they're going to I think him and his dad are both doing that, and I think they're really going to enjoy it. So it's awesome.
All right. That's cool.
So big ups to Braden for that.
Big ups. What did you do with Jacksonville?
Well, originally when I started, I did, they had these tailgate parties that we would always do for the opposing team's fans, which is a lot of fun because I get to run my mouth and, oh, your team sucks. And usually normally I wouldn't do any of that stuff because there were so many of them. And I'm like, yeah, I probably should just be that guy that's well, I don't really want to be your friend, but I'm going to be anyways. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Vince is saying this.
You'd play for the opposing team.
Yeah. Well, depends on how much money I'm getting paid. Vince said, isn't that a college team, man? I'll tell you right now, after yesterday, they look like a college team. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so I started off doing that, and that was a lot of fun. Really, really a lot of fun. Okay. And what do you say? I know about the Jaguars. My two Clemson players. Yeah, that's right. Yep, you're absolutely right. One of which is injured, and one almost got his ass injured yesterday. But he definitely got his ego injured with those 3 interceptions. Okay, back to that. So after I did that, then I started doing the in stadium music, during breaks in the plays, and if they scored a touchdown, and when the cheerleaders danced and all. I did all that for 3 years. But I'm telling you, let me see if I can do this real quick.
That's really cool.
So, but when you're there, you have the old school headphones. This is obviously the more newer school. Shout out to our good friends at where does that come from? I'll let you tell me. Where do these come from? Do you know?
Let me look. Those, oh yeah, they come from I don't think he's in existence anymore, to be honest.
Maybe not Floyd Rose. Anyways,
Floyd Rose Audio. Yeah, that's Alan.
Yeah.
Alan Cabasso.
Yes, good buddy Alan. So, the old school headphones used to have just this one here, and then the little gimmick that went over this way, but there's no cup over here, right?
Right.
So I would have to wear 2 of these because I'd have to listen to one guy in this ear that was talking to me about, oh, who do this, do that, and then over here on this side, I was listening to what was going on the TV, and there was it was almost like 50 people talking all at one time. It was the craziest thing ever. So it's really not as elegant of a job as you would think. You know what I'm saying? But it was fun. It was fun.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, what's up there? Milk D. He's going to be on one of our future shows.
Milky.
What's up, DJ Milk D? And as Milk D likes to say, yerp. And he's a big Eagles fan. So
hey, he's keeping it milky, man. That's all that matters.
And thanks for the segue for the Eagles. So I do a lot of work with the Eagles. Once a year we do. Oh God, what the hell was it called? Fashion Touchdown, where they all dress up in the nice clothes. Nicole Miller was there one year. I was like, oh my God, I get to meet all these fashion heads. But the coolest thing is DJing the after party afterwards. The before party's okay, where people are just coming in and they're getting settled, having a few drinks and sitting down. But actual after party, and I DJ it with a buddy. Well, it was 2 years ago when they had it, or almost three now when they had it. It was Cutlass and I, DJ Cutlass and I bought him in, and he was actually with on Party Savers 101. Shout out to Cutlass and Milk D. They were just on this past Sunday for a show, a radio show. So anyway, with all that being said, it was a fun time, and playing for any team. But I want to just tell Braden, keep it up, because the sky's the limit. There, Mr. Braden. All right.
Yeah. It's a great experience, and it'd be a lot of connections. It'd be in front of a lot of people in the community.
And the other thing is too, this was all done through Big Brothers Big Sisters, so it's not like we get paid. We did it. Yeah. We did it. For charity and for Big Brothers Big Sisters. How can you not? And with that said, and it's not going to happen anymore. But we were also doing work with what was called AO1, Carson Wentz's Army of One, because he was big into I think he was a big, solid, strong Christian, and that was his Army of One thing. And he would feed the homeless and do whatever, but we would donate our time for that with that. So
that's cool, man. Well, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I didn't do it for free, but that's just me.
No, look, and really learning moment here, Braden. If you want to you want to expand and you want to start getting paid like Mr. David and Mr. Greggy eventually, it'll eventually happen, is that's really how you start to do this. You got to start to get your name out there, because once you do one gig and you're that good, honk, and you gotta be very confident in what you do. You get out there, you do your job to your best of your ability, like you always should do, and the gigs will just flow, Braden.
Yeah,
just come.
Well, and to your point, and I just want to make a point of clarity. I'm not saying that I haven't never done anything for free, because I definitely have. To your point, sometimes you have to you have to do those kind of things.
Look,
so
I donated my time at the city of Philadelphia for years, and I was sorry. I said, look, we might have to do the podcast, and every first Monday, maybe not do it. I don't know. I gotta rethink this about the timing, because it's going to take me an hour travel to go down to a different part of the city to teach these kids how to DJ for about an hour. So I'm like, it's going to be a little different. But anyway, let's digress and let's talk about last week and jump into what we have this week, shall we? Because I'm really excited. Because
for those who did not join us last week, you missed out on a funny, interesting conversation with DJ Qbert, and then our boy Too Tough joined in on the tail end of it, and that was a good time. So if you missed it, either go watch the replay on our YouTube channel, or if you're a podcast head, just go listen to the audio of it.
Right.
You can catch that audio of it. It was pretty fun. Qbert, I think, was trying to see how many times he could hit a sound effect and not interrupt us, or not throw us off of our game. Because he sure as shit did it a lot. Like, he did a lot. Like, Qbert, you did it a lot.
I loved it.
But that's okay. I loved it. I thought it was funny as hell.
I have to say I loved it, because look, before we did our show, and it's one of the questions a lot of people ask, how long have you been doing this? We both have been in podcasting. Hell, I was in podcasting before Facebook and YouTube were live. You can look up an old network called Stickam, Stickam. When that first started, and another network called Blog TV, when that started, I was on there And it was a comedy show, and it was more of a comedy show, like a make funnish Howard Stern type of deal, but you could do it now with video. And Stickam allowed us to have these real-time stats, so that when they put you on the home page, so that you would come to Stickam, you didn't know what the hell was going on, you'd be featured, those stats would count. So when we would have within a 2-hour show and upwards of 15 to 30,000 people, it was no joke. But they weren't, what's the word, generic, or wholesome numbers. They were just, they were cheap cherry picking numbers, but still I'll take those numbers.
Yeah.
You know, because you catch them within that second and you're good to go. So
sure.
But yeah, Hubert was fun. Hubert was fun.
Yeah.
Dude.
No doubt. That dude is so talented, man. And he's like so smart too. You know what I mean? Like he just has his hands in a lot of really cool, just good stuff, man. I'm really impressed by Hubert a lot. So like I said, if y'all missed that one, go back and watch the replay of that, or listen to it on wherever you listen to podcasts, because I'm pretty sure the guy who uploads them to podcasts already did it, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'll double check. If I didn't do it, I'll get it uploaded for you. So there you go.
And it's automatically what's up, Daryl, our live studio audience on Facebook and YouTube Live, which you all are in, Daryl, Vince, Milk D, and everybody else that joined us, Braden, you're our live studio audience. But the good thing about that is it's always saved and replayed, so you can go back to Facebook and YouTube Live if you don't want to give us that credit on, what is it? Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, whatever it may be out there.
Well, go do that too. Just for the hell of it.
Yeah. Now, and while you're at it, like the video, whatever medium you're watching it on. Like it, but
comment on it.
Share it. That's the most important thing.
Tell us you like it. Tell us you don't like it. Tell us.
Comment.
I don't care. Tell us anything. Just comment.
You care and I care. Comment, because we're going to be discussing all of this tonight with our guest, because it's one of the exciting things about our future guest. But I wanted to thank Hubert again, because he is what we call a closet listener. He'll listen. I think with all the time and the things that he has going on, he listens on one of the. I forget to ask him which one, whether it's Google Play or Apple, but it's one of the two. And the beauty of that is
he's in the closet about it either way.
It'll download right to your player and your device, especially. When I subscribe to it on Apple, my old MacBook, I'm just like, oh, here are all the old episodes too. It actually puts them all right there for you, and it sets it up. And then on Google Play, it's very similar. And I was like, ooh, speaking of that, there's a couple things you got to change on both those submissions, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Our guest, who's one of the things that I was really excited that she's going to talk about, is social media, branding, and things of that sort, all within social media. But I think it's a point that we've touched on a little bit, but I think she'll really be able to shed some light on this, because she's on fire right now. And what I mean by on fire is, and you said it. You said, "Oh, Braden, you're on fire," and so is Mr. Europe Radio right there, Milk D, DJ Milk D. They're on fire. How do we notice it? Because we're social media people, and we start to see them over social media. We're engaged. We like them. We comment. We say stuff. Social media will show us more of their stuff, depending upon if they do it consistently and at the right times. Because there's also the fact of, and I'm sure that our next guest will discuss that, the act of over posting a little bit too much, to the fact where you almost get shut down. So where's Gabe? Gabe has moved on to bigger and better things. Yeah, he's.
We wish him the best in his future endeavors. Isn't that how they say it? Whenever somebody moves on, we wish you the best in your future endeavors.
We wish him the best in his future endeavor. I think he's a realtor now. So if you need a house and you want to look, the realty market's hot. He's probably really busy in doing it, because I got a few friends that did it, and he went off into that aspect, and God bless him. Peace, rock on.
Hey, it is what it is. Speaking of our guest tonight, this girl is on fire. I wanted to do that earlier whenever you said it, but I just couldn't get it in fast enough. That's what she said. But I still wanted to make sure that I did at some point. So
okay, all right,
done.
All right. Hey,
I may just stop talking the rest of the night now.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to our sponsors while we still have them. Did you say the F-bomb yet? Were you the first
No,
one?
I haven't. I've saved that. I know our guests will probably do that. So
yes.
I've saved that.
Yes. Actually, the other time we got in trouble for it, one of our guests was somebody and they cursed who was that cursed instantly? And he said, I'm going to make it be a note. I was not the first person to drop a dirty word. Yeah.
That probably was Cubert, but maybe not.
No, he did come right out too. No, it was before him. But anyway,
let's move on.
The one thing I did forget was the write up, but I'm just going to do it personally because I've the talk up for this person. She is on fire. Go ahead, say it again. This girl is on fire.
This girl is on fire.
And it's all because of social media. And the one thing that I have noticed and that I couldn't get more of is the video. And the video on Instagram, which takes you a little bit deeper because it says watch more. And it's almost like it's like it's a trailer. You got to watch this to keep on watching my Instagram, and then you reel them in. And she's doing it perfectly because it happened with me. I've played with her. I've met her. I said, this girl's awesome. She's on fire.
So are you saying that she reeled you in with her reels?
She reeled me in with her talent. She reeled me in with her talent and her explosive personality, because when you're at the expo and you're grinding, as everybody says, and what I mean by grinding is you're working, you're networking, you're shaking hands, you're kissing babies.
Good thing you clarified that, because I've seen some grinding at the expo that had nothing to do with that. I'm just saying.
That's why you hang out with a different group than I hang out with. And that being said, those guys, it becomes a sausage fest after a while. And I used to
oh boy.
Well, we'd go to these clubs and it was like, oh, it's a sausage fest. And I ended up hanging out with the Senate boys and the Soho guys. And oh my goodness gracious, sausage fest turns to, okay, well, I'll move on. So anyway.
For the record, ladies and gentlemen, I have never participated in sausage fest. Moving on. Yes,
you have. Anyway, that being said, why do you have to go there? I'm trying to talk about some really cool shit. So I was blown away. We did this really, really, really cool party with Peavy. It was at Eden Lounge and Groove. My buddy Groove, shout out to DJ Just Groove from Peavy. Hey, look at that. Vinny was there that night taking pictures. But we had there were so many great DJs. Grandmaster Theodore. I think DJ Cool came up, just grabbed the mic, and did Let Me Clear My Throat in the middle of the whole thing. I know. Yeah.
I almost did it.
Stop.
I was going to say, did he come up and just clear his throat and then walk away? Because that would have been cool as shit. That would have been cool as hell. He could have just walked up and been like, and then just walked away. And everybody would have known what he was doing. Like, everybody would have known that was him if he would have just did that. Just walked up and be like, and then walked off.
Hey,
he wouldn't even have to ask the question. Just do it. Like, don't even ask for permission. Just clear your throat. Don't even ask. Just do it.
Let me clear it. Are you going to be like a walking comedian for your next show?
No, I don't know, man. I don't know. It must be this numbing stuff.
If this were season 3, we would come out with what Cooper had introduced me to, which I'm going to have. I'm going to have the drum roll. Every time you drop one of those jokes, yep, you're going to hear it. Anyway, to be a DJ for those DJs I just mentioned, by the way, some of the top hip hop DJs in the world. She was their DJ. This girl who's on fire. By the way, she DJ'd for all of us, all of these cool. Keith Shockley was the MC. And I even think Keith did a set, which blows me away every time he does his set, which is awesome. But she was literally the DJ's DJ that night, and the energy between the energy she had on and off stage. And I've seen, a lot moving around with Peavy, and two of the biggest, most important people that have literally just woken me up. And I said, wow, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad to be with this organization. So glad that they are allowing me to be surrounded by these people where not only, we met him a few weeks ago, or a bit ago, actually. He was down in Atlantic City with me. Throwdown, DJ Throwdown, the champ, my buddy. God bless him. Shout out to him. Shout out to Ross. But also, DJ Jess was another one of these strongly just personality and a magnetic personality. I was just like, wow, you're awesome. You're going to go places. And certainly enough, it's just been an uphill climb. And I could say so much more, but I want you to bring her on in. And ladies and gentlemen, please, a nice big round of applause for tonight's guest, DJ Jess.
Hey,
Yes, what up?
Hey,
what's
how
up,
are
guys?
you?
Thank you for that
How are you?
introduction. I'm over here. Like, oh my God, what is he saying?
Jess, Jess, was that not the best $1,000 you've ever spent in your life just then?
I was concerned, because of COVID. I got sent back, but I was like, whatever, I'll do it. I'll invest. And
well, I got a lot of bills to pay. So Jess, it's Cash App, it's $, and it's Schmuck32. Okay.
Oh my God, too funny.
Fitting.
Yeah, just kidding. Yeah, no, it's Schmuck35. Okay. All right.
32 got shut down because he kept having people from the sausage party pay him for it. Probably.
Sauce party. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Oh man.
What's going on is, I tell you what, Jess, it was, I hung around with a certain crew for a certain point. Like, I've been in this game 30 years, and I swear the first 10, I tried to say, "Ooh, this is really cool." And I thought I'd go to these right functions or whatever, and I was always at the wrong function because I'd be standing there with a bunch of my friends, and mind you, this was even before I was married. I just wanted something to look at, except a bunch of guys that were. It felt like it was worse than an 8th grade dance with all the guys on one side. There weren't even any girls in the place.
On the other side, it was just the guys.
It was insane. And then the events, and it was because back then, 30 years ago, there was a lack of great female DJs in this industry. Yeah. And shout out to all the female DJs out there. You especially. Also. The women out there that are pioneers doing women DJ, like DJ Neek Nice is one of them.
Oh, Neek's incredible. I still have
her.
We kept texting back and forth at the expo. We never were able to link up, but yeah, she's crushing it out there, man.
Yeah, right. Love. Speaking of another person who's crushing it, I love her. And both you, her, and I, all three of us had seminars at the expo. Yes, which is awesome. And look, both of you girls, well deserved, and bravo. And if I didn't have my head in my keister, I probably would have caught it, or I was somewhere. I don't know what I was doing. I was this way, that way.
Probably buying the sausages for the fest.
Or grinding on the dance floor, right?
Yeah.
In general.
You were grinding on the dance floor at the sausage fest, trying to get your Cash App up.
That was me Tuesday night with my husband. I don't remember it, but everybody else saw it. So there it is.
Boom.
It did happen. It happened.
Hey, right. That's exactly why I got married, David. Because I'm
There
tired of the sausage fest. But
the bathroom lines, I do love the bathroom lines at DJ festivals or conferences, because I'm in and I'm out. It's the only place where there's no line for
for grinding at the
point. Yeah, that's a great point.
Seriously. Yeah, pay attention next time.
Whoa, okay.
How do you know we weren't this time? No.
All right, I'm done. You guys.
So look, here's my main question. If I were to say, hey Jess, I need you to do a 30-second bio of yourself, what would you say in 30 seconds about you, what you've done, and what you can do? Yeah, can you actually do that?
Listen, I'm about to read off my Instagram.
That's great.
That's where it's at, right? So I think that I'm an energetic and intuitive vibe curator, right? So I'm all about setting vibes, putting out the energy, receiving the energy. I'm a wedding rock star. I was voted Pittsburgh's best wedding DJ 2 years ago. And my tagline, although I'm working on this, is I help unique clients create unique events. So I've done an assortment of unique events, from performing at conferences to doing women's themed events to corporate events that brought in, robots on stills. So anything that's different, unique, and you just really want to get into people's heads musically, I'm all about that.
Oh, very cool.
Like 40 seconds though. I think that was like 40. I don't know.
That is fine. I love it now. There's certain words that seem to be coming back, but they're strong, powerful words. And you used one of those words that I've noticed, and it's vibe.
Curate. Oh, vibe. I love it.
Vibe is being used in the club industry a lot recently. I hear a lot of owners, managers, DJs, anybody, and it's more of an artistic vibe, which is great, which it should be, So I love that.
Good vibes only, right? That's everywhere.
And my ADD went elsewhere, but I also wanted to focus on another important thing. I forgot the word, but I wanted to focus, and it's really, really, really important because you've got it. I still have it. I'm probably not going to lose it. And you know who else has it? If you watch his Instagram, I swear to you, Milk D, DJ Milk D from Europe Radio.
Milk D.
This guy has energy like you do.
I know. It's
energy. No. This energy that you have, as long and whether it's a light switch you can turn on or off or whatever. If it's not, then God bless you guys. Keep it. Utilize it. It's something that's. And I said it in my seminar. It's besides positivity and smiling while you do it, which you do, and so does Milk D, who's also going to join us in the future. But all of that is contagious to your audience, to the people. To the people that are close to you that you teach to. So if you have 50 people that are engaged with you and you're doing this note learning moment, everybody, this is important. Jess has developed this and honed this over the. Dave has it too. You can see in his picture. You can tell in certain ones of Dave's pictures and or videos that you see of Dave, he glows. And look, I can see his teeth, even though it's a small picture. I can see that beautiful
magnetic field
smile. Yeah, and it's that energy that I need to portray to anybody else that's listening to us. Braden especially, pal.
Are you dancing right? What are you doing?
He is. See that it's
Oh,
sorry, I was jamming out to Kendrick Lamar for a second. My bad.
Don't kill my vibe. Is this good? Is this okay? Am I killing it?
Yeah. No, I love it. No, and you know what? I just dawned on me that if I keep playing that, we're probably gonna get shut down again. Because last time I played Puff Daddy, they just shut us down.
Yeah.
So. Oops. My bad, YouTube.
Yes, I think we played 10 seconds. Yeah, I think it was Puff Daddy and Mace or something like that. And I got strikes. I was like, Dave, we're in trouble. And we just it's okay.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, we're okay. Hey, what, Jess? We've asked this, and I think Dave actually asked this. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry to steal one of your questions, but I love this question. What was one of the most interesting or coolest venues that you have played? Like, is that yours, David, or did I steal that from somebody else?
It's probably mine, but that's fine. Okay. I don't have copyright on it or anything yet.
I love that question. That was a question. I'm like, I've got to use that more. But like, do you have a venue that sticks out? Like I over 30 years, it could be a venue, it could be one party, it could be anything you were to play. Like, what sticks in your head?
I think as far as it connects to a venue, it was probably when I was the DJ for the XFC MMA fight they had in March. Yeah, I got connected to that through my boy Topher Taylor, who I met at the DJ Collective. And
such a cool dude. That dude's so cool.
He really is, right? He also, when I hosted my female DJ retreat, he also let me borrow gear. Like, he was just.
I remember that. Yeah.
Such a cool guy. He really is. So that venue, I mean, since it involved a lot of blood and guts, and it was. That was pretty cool, man. So basically, for that, it was in Oklahoma City. In an event space that they just transformed into, the octagon, which is what they call the ring that the XFC MMA fighters are in. And I just kind of, threw on the tracks for commercial breaks, which all had to be like copyright-free music because we actually didn't know if we were on commercial or not. We didn't have a headset. Like, it was intense, right? I'll just say that it was intense. I had to use all, royalty-free music. And then I would play the songs for the fighters to walk out to. But it was crazy, dude. There were two ladies that fought. And that was the bloodiest battle ever. Like in the first 10 seconds, the one girl got popped. My girl, Chriselle, she watched it, I think. She's watching right now with us. She's putting up the emojis.
What up, Chriselle?
Everywhere. And we thought it was going to be done. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like hiding in between my gator case. Like, how the case that you put your DJ controller on, there's the space in between the top, and the part that holds it. I was like looking through that. I'm like, oh, my God. So that was she made it the whole round until it was done, until the time was up. It was insane. So my son, Fast Finn, who's on here, says women have an insane pain tolerance. I'm gonna guess that's my husband that's on my brother's account or my son's account. I'm getting all twisted talking about blood and stuff. But,
you're like my son's brother is my husband. Wait, what?
No.
Wait, what?
Oh my God! Someone turned down my energy dial. I swear I'm tired today.
I love it. No, I love it. I'm just trying to keep up. Like, what? How do y'all meet each other in Pittsburgh? Is it just like a big family reunion? You're like, oh, he's not married yet, so that works.
Oh no.
Wait, you're in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, you got it right.
I love that city. Let me tell you something. I got to take a little detour in the conversation here about baseball for a second because I love baseball, and I will tell you honestly, that's one of my favorite ballparks to ever go to watch a baseball game. The outfield, like the city in the outfield, literally looks like it's painted. It looks like it's painted. It's not only that, they have an incredible statue of Roberto Clemente. So if you ever go there, you should go over to this Roberto Clemente statue, and you can be stupid like me and take a picture of it where it looks like he's choking you and like lifting you up off the ground. It's really fun to do. They set that up perfectly to do that, and I love that so much. So sorry.
City. No, that's fine. That city is beautiful. Now, David, were you able to go up on what was called Mount Washington? Am I correct? Jess, is Mount Washington?
Yeah.
Is that the little like?
Well, that's called the Duquesne Incline, or it's one of a few inclines that'll take.
I did that.
Up.
Yeah.
It looks like a caboose that goes up.
Yeah.
And the caboose goes up. Yeah. Well, I went out there a lot. Yeah. And
Well, that thing's like rickety as shit too. Like you don't know if you're gonna fall off the side. Like this could be my last ride. I don't know. Whatever.
It's a fun, but the view up there, and they actually have these things you can walk out on these observation decks.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, dude. When were you in Pittsburgh, Greggy?
I went. God, it had to be at least 10, 15 years ago, because when the pros were going national, they sent me out there, and I was out there for a good year.
Yeah. And
I would place ads, and I would do these interviews. There was a place, Spumani Brothers or something like that.
Spumani Brothers.
Yeah.
They were across the street from the hotel that I would stay at.
I know that.
And I would, I'd stay at this hotel, and I do all these interviews, but I went across the street, and they'd put like your French fries and onion rings and all this crap.
And the coleslaw. Don't forget the coleslaw.
Yeah, and the coleslaw. I would say, put that on this, but it was fun. Oh yeah, no, it was fun out there. But the photographer took me there, and yeah. Oh. You got on days on one of those platforms?
Yeah, that's where my husband proposed to me. Actually, we went kayaking in the river. I don't remember the name of the river, but it's right there by the stadium. And we went kayaking, and I think we got in our first fight that day, to be honest. And then
that's still awesome. Wow,
I know. I didn't know it was coming. I had no clue, but I didn't understand. He was acting weird. So
and no offense to him, but I have to show off here. He has the second best place in the world to propose to your wife.
What's the first one? Where is it?
Wait, hold on. Before you say this, Greg, you actually proposed to Jess also?
What? Don't remember.
I'm just what I heard you say was the second best place to propose to your wife, and you made this comment to him, which made me feel like maybe you proposed to her as well. Am I following the conversation right or no?
Wait, are you jealous, Mr. Sausage Fest? Wait.
What's happening?
All right, go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
My brother's son's.
Dave's talking about the day I bought him this turntable ring. No.
I still have that. It's right here. Look at it.
No, actually, check this out. And David doesn't even know this. This is something nobody knows about me.
Exclusive.
This is an exclusive. And I don't do this because I don't want to seem like a sappy.
Catch this live on Wedding DJ Superhero. Sorry, go ahead.
It was one of the stupidest things to do. I gave.
Isn't it funny when everybody's talking that the one person who really wants to be heard gets right up on the mic and really starts talking really, really loud, so everybody else will shut the up.
I can beat you on that one. So anyway,
go ahead. I'm done. Sorry, I'm done.
Good. After I ask this story, I'm going to ask you are you married, Dave? You married?
Yes.
You are? I'm going to ask you how you.
Yep.
No, go on. Go on.
All right. So I did the most stupidest thing. I gave a total stranger a ring, and I says, "Hey, will you give this to your assistant that's working?" And this is, I had to go downstairs. Now, where was I? I was at the Magic Kingdom in Cinderella's castle, and Mother Goose was or Mother, whatever the mother is, was Cinderella was sitting with little kids like Santa Claus does, and. Who's the mother? The old Mother Hubbard, or what is that?
Fairy godmother?
That's her, the fairy godmother.
Is that her?
So she has this big cloak, so she lifts her arm, and I'm like, what's she doing? And I stick it in that hole that this cloak is in. So I stick the engagement ring in there. And she says, okay, honey, we'll be up. And all of a sudden, like 45 minutes goes by, and my wife, you speak of arguments, she was yelling, where the hell were you? Blah, 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 blah. And I had to wait because I didn't want to interrupt these little kids that were sitting on her lap and all that. But I was getting really nervous. And all of a sudden, they were just about ready to announce the fireworks that go off at, I think it was 9:00. And they came up, and I'm just like, oh, thank God they're here. And she went to the first table, and it was right before the fireworks. So right before the fireworks, she made a beeline for our table. And she went over and she stopped my wife. She goes, hello there. Welcome to the Magic Kingdom. She goes, here, this is where wishes come true. She goes, would you happen to have a wish that you're looking for? And she just literally started to cry. And she goes, oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. And she goes, well, he has a surprise for you. And that's when I got on my knee. And, and she pulled out the
Boys to Men started playing.
Well, the fairy godmother gave me the ring. I said, will you marry me? And then she and Cinderella says, and now for your celebration, we have fireworks for you. And the fireworks started immediately after that.
That's perfect.
Amazing.
You lucked out. Fairy godmother was about to make your ring disappear.
Right. So and well, that beats Dave's story. I mean, he gave it to her in the bottom of a bottle of beer.
Hey man, whatever the hell it takes, man. Whatever it takes. I blanked out at your story when you said fairy godmother. So whatever else you said after that, sorry.
Bros.
No, really. I digress. No more of this stappy stuff. Here's really what
I know. We're talking shit all night long, and then all of a sudden you bring the love stuff, man. Love fest.
Well, love fest. Hey, you started with the sausage fest, sir. So
yeah, all the fests were happening tonight.
Exactly. See, you got us in the wrong vibe. So actually, here's the vibe I want to be in, because we've got some people, especially now listening, that can benefit exactly from where we need to change our focus, and exactly on how you're on fire. And like I said,
thanks.
And what I saw was this video, and it's everything that I was told to learn. I learned it, and then I saw you doing it, and you did it simply by an Instagram video. And it was the Instagram video where you have the words, and you're like, I think it was the one was, the first thing I get asked as a female DJ, it was just like, that was so cool. But it went on and it said, click here for more. So what I did was I clicked on Instagram, which allows them to go on, and you're able to see that. And yeah, look, Milk D, I saw the same thing with you. But my point being is,
I think he was talking about his proposal, by the way. I think he was saying his proposal was better than yours. Which when we bring him on the show, we got to make sure we remember to ask them that. and this video you're referring to, I think, was a great video.
Oh yeah.
My favorite part of it was the very first question: will you please wear a bikini?
I can't tell you.
Listen, dude, I can't tell you how many times people have asked me to do that. Like, I totally get it.
Good. You make me feel better now, David. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the only one. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, if I had $1 for every time people ask me to do that, my God, would I be in debt?
I want you here. You want to hear 30 years of a DJ story? I want you to look up Sunny Rest Lodge in Palmerton, PA.
Sunny Crest?
Rest. Like no. SUNNY. Sunny Rest.
Is that with a B?
REST. No, Sunny Rest. I think it's called Sunny Rest. Sunny Rest. I don't know if it's Lodge or whatever. In Palmerton, PA. We were their DJs for years. Clothing optional.
I heard of places like that. Whenever I was on my way to a gig last weekend, some guy asked my husband and I for directions to a place called Scouts, and I looked at it. He didn't have the phone. I don't know. He didn't have directions on his phone. So I was like, oh, sir, we'll help you out. So I Googled it, and it said Scouts, and it was like adult entertainment center. I'm like, oh, like a place where you buy stuff, you know? Oh, no. It was a place like what you're talking about, and he had the nerve to ask for directions.
Wow.
And, this is non,
you know,
Hey, look.
totally, this is very, very like hippie flower power, like that.
yeah, this
There
was
is no, there is no adult. It's like mentioning weed in like a pipe store. You don't do that.
oh
Like,
yeah.
There it's more about nature, love, happiness, and and we grew up like when as a kid I would ride on these trails with my mini bike, and we would never go back that way. It was like
Yeah. You
Because-
won't find stories on my Instagram about that experience, though.
Well, you'd think it would be, well, you know, a cool experience, but not everybody's as beautiful as they are, and that's, you're going to run into that in the world. But anyway,
Basically, what you're saying is some people look better with their clothes on, right?
that's correct.
I get it.
And my point is, how can they do a cool Instagram video like you did when they're
Oh no, that can't happen.
well, nah, my point is though, really, your fire which got Dave singing.
Yeah.
God, he's singing Alicia Keys
That's
because
incredible.
of this.
That was
And I was also bragging about Milk Day because you guys, because I click on you guys, I know you guys, I click on your stuff, I start seeing more of it. And as I start seeing more of it, as long as I'm engaged in it, Instagram, Facebook, their algorithm
Yes, exactly.
they know that. And if you all don't know what I'm talking about, take a minute, Google the social dilemma. Google that movie and watch that movie, and you tell me, you know, what you've learned from that. And after hearing what Jess has to say about how she has been on fire recently, and I know one of those is keep up with those videos. You keep up with those videos because after I saw one, I saw another, and they kept me hooked. And it's almost like the Sons of Anarchy or the damn Walking Dead, where I want to see more now. But I want you to stay within that same, like, now you've got it, and you're not saying a word. That's the other thing. You're using this cool, like,
Oh yeah, the text.
I love that.
Thanks. I got inspiration from watching other reels too. That's what I'll do is I'll sit and I'll watch and I'll see which ones I like, and then what I can kind of transform into DJ based ideas, and then I'll write out. That day I've been wanting to do this for a while. So reels, like you were saying, that's what's happening Instagram right now. That's what Instagram loves. That's what it wants you to post. That's like their new thing, how they're competing with TikTok. So last week I had a meeting that I had to be at 5 p.m. So I was like, screw it. I got to do my makeup anyways. I might as well get some reels done. So I went through, I decided what I was going to, create. And then I just like changed outfits and made it look like it was different days and kind of executed. And that was one of the videos that I executed on that day too. And I have like a tripod stand that I got off Amazon for $20. It's so dope. It's good for events too. You set that shit up, press record, and then you just got to try to match it up to the words. And then I edit them within Instagram, which you can, move the words around so they only appear for a little bit of time and then they disappear. Instead of using an app like InShot, which I do use for a lot of my vlogs that I do, my gig vlogs and such, I'll use InShot. It's free. But whenever you create the reel from within Instagram and use their, kind of mechanics, Instagram will push that even further than if you were to bring it in from an external source. So that one was created from within Instagram. Yeah.
All right, and look, it's these reels. Yeah, this is a reel, so that you're making. Now, is that shareable also on Facebook? Are they one and the same, or no? Or do you have to do something on Facebook? No,
I don't think they are. I mean, the only way you'd be able to do that is if you did create it with an external app. Oh, and who is this? Your piece says facade video was awesomeness. Thank you.
Yeah, that's Milk D. That's DJ Milk D out there.
Oh, I can connect with him. I like his vibe. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, he's got energy like you do. It's awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
And so really, like, and when we talk about branding on Instagram, this is creating your brand.
Yes. Oh, okay. So we could backtrack for that, dude.
Sure.
I don't think a lot of DJs they don't really show their brand on Instagram. It's just a lot of pictures of their setups, of people dancing, of new equipment. It's just, and it doesn't really go together. And it's okay. So the whole reason I got into this, right, was last year in June. That's exactly, I could remember. I was like, holy crap, COVID, like, this stinks. And I would go in the back of my house and like meditate in the morning in this gazebo that I have. And then I would cruise Instagram. And there was this one female DJ that I performed with, DJ Shelly out of New York. I performed with her virtually and I was on her Instagram and I was like, oh my God, she's fantastic. Look at her page. It was so clean. You know, she had white borders around all of her pictures. And I'm like, this is the real deal. I want my Instagram to look like this. Because when your post, you know, when your feed looks like that, the whole picture, it makes it look like your storefront is beautiful. And then if a storefront is beautiful, what do you want to do? You want to go inside or you want to leave?
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I walk past the store, that's why I say like the Instagram, your profile, all of it, you know, the profile picture, the biography, your highlights, and then your grid, it's your storefront. And if it looks pretty, people are going to want to go into your store. If it looks like crap, they're going to just go past it. So that's when I decided I want my storefront to look good. And I really got intentional with my branding on Instagram. Yes.
Wow. We need to stop right there because this is another rewindable moment. That was just some great information wow. Dave and I were just talking about that, about our goal of what we're trying to do with this show. And if we can at least give them one juicy nugget, don't say anything, David. We can give them one.
Doing good. Your Instagram, I like your posts that you make with the captions and then your photos. They're really captivating.
Who, me?
No, David. Sorry.
David. Oh, David's wild. Yeah, I get yelled at by my wife, and the only good posts that happen for me are my wife does. But David's fabulous. David does another one with these cool pictures. I just asked him the other day. I'm like, oh, how do you do that? And and I know how he does that. It's easy. It just takes a couple minutes. But yeah, now I'm as busy as David, so I can
take some time. That's for sure. But it's. But to your point, like it's important, it's important for your branding. It's important for your presence. I keep saying that I'm going to probably hire somebody to do it, but then I honestly, like, I have fun doing it. So I'm like, and I know that, like, I'm sure that you're probably the same way, Jess. Like, I'll just be like doing something totally different. And then I'll be like, oh shit, this is a great idea for a post. Like I'll put some shit together real quick. And then, like, I know y'all can't see over here. I'm pointing over here like you can see over here, but I have like a green screen over here where I take all of the pictures in front of, just to make it easier for me to get myself. Yeah, there you go. Got you.
I have a green screen. It's crumpled up, like you guys can see over here, but it's crumpled up in the corner of my basement over there, dude. I never thought about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I got to stop using the magic wand and making it a PNG. Oh, that's a lot of work. I was gonna do a fucking picture.
So, no, seriously. So I just do that. Like I take all of them in front of the green screen, and then when you I do most of my shit in Canva. So like when you bring it over in Canva, and that it just takes it right away. I mean, it's. However, don't wear a green shirt for obvious reasons. But I'm just telling you, if you do, it won't work.
Okay. Some crazy stuff. I think
even
though
this color.
It's I mean, you have to want to do it or you have to outsource it. Not everybody wants to get wrapped up into it. My motivating factor was that I didn't want to dive into website work. I didn't want to invest into it. I wanted to find a more affordable way to market myself. So I started using my Instagram like my website, with kind of converting the pieces of a website into what Instagram has to feature. But what I think the most important, I want to say, or what can kind of change your mind if you don't want to spend time on Instagram is the fact that I think I was just talking to a photographer and she was telling me about her, her page and how long everybody spends on it. It's like 30 seconds on her website, right? I'm talking about specifically her website. Okay. Clients spend like 30 seconds on it, right? Whereas Instagram, our clients are already hanging out there. So why not, give them something to look at while they're hanging out that we can monetize on. So that's why I think it's insane, dude. 80% of couples in 2020 planned their wedding from Instagram. 80% I'm not making that crap up. I researched it. It's there. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, it's a platform if you really want to level up your game. Give yourself a raise. Increased price is always a good thing. Show your passion. I would highly suggest getting very intentional with your branding on Instagram because I've been getting so many inquiries through it now and just kind of vibing with my soon to be clients or my clients that are there now, and it just elevates the whole experience of signing on with the company to DJ either your wedding or your events. It just makes it better.
That's awesome.
Well, I think a piece of advice too, and I know Jess, you'll agree with this as well, just because I know your involvement and knowledge of it, is that I think sometimes people get nervous and scared about doing these types of things, because the reality is they're worried about people that probably are never going to hire them anyways. So at the end of the day, the only people you're really doing this for is the people that connect with you anyways. So it doesn't matter how goofy you are. It doesn't matter how stupid you are. It doesn't matter if you mess up. It doesn't matter if you I have so many misspellings in my stuff all the time. I don't even give a damn. You know what I mean? Because the people that it resonates with, they're like, I don't care, So like, if you're listening or you're watching and you're worried about, people are going to laugh at me or whatever, who cares? You're not doing it for them. You're doing it for the people that will connect with you no matter what.
And they're out there.
Yeah,
for sure. Good point, David. I totally agree with you.
Well, look, and you know what? I want to stop. And there were 2 points that you said. One was echo. Now I've lost it. You've learned from other people. That's one of the most important things that you've done, and I've heard from other people about learning and watching, other people's Instagram. And you said you saw this one girl, everything was clean, it was white, and you learned from her. That is such a point and a learning moment that if anybody else is willing to get into this, and what they need to do is seek out those people who they like and really start to learn from them, just being one of them. Now, with all that said, and David is, and David was thinking of it, I was thinking of it. You might have your first couple clients here. Do you do this professionally? Are you in other words, are you a professional marketer that will help other people out with, and I'm not saying with business and this and that, because we've had, I think, my buddy Nick with Tortoise and the Bear. They'll help you out with everything business related, What we're really looking at, and I'm thinking, and I'm saying there's a big need for it. I know they're out there, and there are huge companies out there. As a matter of fact, one of the portions of the things that my wife's company, ASI, Advertising Specialty Institute, is post for your Instagram, post for your Facebook, your LinkedIn, post for your Twitter, your social media, and that's it. Not a website, because that's even more money. And you could offer a website. There's like all these different tiers. Do you do that? Even if it's just Instagram or Facebook, or would you be interested?
I would be. Yeah. I've thought about that, man. After I did a seminar, at the expo on meal plan your Instagram, the healthy way of using social media to nourish your business.
Right.
And I followed up. I asked people to, send me an email. I presented the email that I created strictly for it on the screen. And whenever I responded to those emails, I sent them a PDF of tips and tricks that I could not fit into my presentation. There just wasn't enough time. And then I also included a book a meeting link to Calendly if they did want a half an hour for free. Because I'm able to assess people's accounts and find out, like, okay, this is what you should be posting. This is what you need to do. These are your colors that you need to focus on. So I would be interested, specifically DJs, to start until I can kind of, get my bearings a little bigger. But I would love that, man. That would be great. I just have to make the time for it, This is one of our target audiences, but I would definitely be interested in like a little, do over there, just to look at it and say, hey, and any help, and I'm sure David, if David, I mean, he's doing a good job, but when you polish a diamond and make it even look better. You're right. I like that phrase.
And it's a teaching phrase that I like to use. Now I've got the people up to a certain, you were a lump of coal, now you're a diamond, and now from that diamond we're just polishing that diamond. I'm
trying to bring your account up right now, man, but my internet stinks down here in my studio.
Oh yes, when you're surrounded by dirt and in the basement. Everybody's studio is in the basement, and all the electronics. It's the concrete. It's like you're when you're in a basement, it impedes the 5G, the 4G. I mean, even 2G doesn't work.
Oh, I got lots for you. I got you up here. I got lots for you.
All right, cool. Secret.
Yeah, I'll have to holler at you. I did want to offer, if anybody was watching, if they wanted a free audit. I don't know how much time we have, you guys. I know we're approaching an hour right now.
Okay, put it out there, please. Please put it out there now. Do your commercial, girlfriend, please.
Commercial. Oh, okay. How
can they hit you up?
Well, hey, it's me, DJ Jess. Now I'm an Instagram strategist as well. But I don't know. I was going to do a free audit where I look at your profile and try to help you figure out you should have 4 pillars that you're posting about that are personal and only one that's business. It's called the JK5 method. And this, I mean, God, if I had more time, we could really get into this, but it's really what it connects you to your audience, and it's better than just selling. You don't want to just sell the whole time. People want to connect to you. You know, think about it. When you buy from somebody, wouldn't you feel better if you kind of knew more about the company that you were buying from opposed to just the product? I don't know. I would personally. Yeah. That's just my story. Like, for example, I hired a makeup artist for the expo presentation, right?
Right.
And she was incredible, but I was a little bit nervous, dude, because all she had were pictures of people's faces she had painted. I'm like, who is this chick? Can I trust her? Is she going to show up? Like, I see that she does good work, but I wanted to know who she was so that I could feel comfortable giving her my money. So that's the basis of it. You know, it's connection is better. Serving and connecting over sales is the purpose of the JK5 method, which was named after a podcaster, actually, Jenna Kutchner from the Gold Diggers podcast. And she deems it credible because she tracked her Instagram insights to see which post did the best. And it was the ones where she was personal about things. So it's called JK5, 4 personal, 1 business, but I've twisted it around a little bit. It's like what you're passionate about, basically. But a lot of the things that I'm passionate about are also relatable to my DJ work. For example, traveling DJ, right? So one week I'll post about traveling with my family. The next week I'll post about traveling for work. So that way it's not flooded with all personal stuff, you know? But, you know, and you can kind of tell what people's passions are, what DJs' passions are, just by looking at their Instagram. And, you know, it could be something like for you, Greggy. I mean, you officiating, I would say, is probably one of your passions. You love to teach, you love to public speak. So that would be one of yours, you know, and you can kind of have that be personal and also, because you have a lot of efficient work on.
Well, that's because you're looking at what DJ Greggy see in Current Entertainment.
Yeah.
The other one is DJ Entertainment School. That's the school.
Okay, so you have a brand.
All right, Greg, don't tell her all of them because we don't have a whole lot of time left, and he's got about 500. I'm just messing with him. I'm totally just messing with him.
So if anybody wants to learn more about this, though, and you want me to take a look at your profile, we could figure out your JK5 for you.
Can you check out Dave's really quick?
Dave's.
Sausage Fest King 31. No.
You know what? I'm blocked from searching Sausage Fest. I did it too much.
That's a smart idea.
You can troll with that for sure. Yeah, but just holler at me, you guys, at DJ Jess 412 on Instagram. If anybody wants some help, I'm here for you. I love helping. It makes me feel good inside to help whenever I'm like hating my life. Not like really hating my life, but you know, when we have a bad day, it lifts me up to help. So holler at your girl.
That's awesome.
David. Sorry, y'all got me singing.
Yep. You have any questions while the anesthesia is still propping in your head there?
Right. Still going crazy for show. No, you know what though? For the sake of time, number one, because we're already at an hour and we appreciate your time. But I know one of the other topics that we kind of wanted to talk about was kind of that balance of, you know, personal life and work life and DJ life and, you know, just some of the things that you've found that have really helped you, you know, thrive in that area. Like what are your takes on those?
I'll tell you what, man, I just started using Calendly to book all of my meetings. Yes, exactly. Right, dude. So now in my email signature, I have, you know, book a meeting, but I have different types of Calendly events set up for the final wedding meeting, for the initial discovery call, for the Instagram, you know, meal plan time. And I went ahead and blocked off, you know, my Mondays after 1:30 because I know I was just working all weekend. So I'm not going to have a meeting on Monday. I'm not going to have a meeting on Friday. So I just kind of manipulate my Calendly and that's what I send out. And then that's it. I don't have to think about it twice, man. So that has been so beneficial to not working 24/7 because you guys know it's so easy to do what we do 24/7, right?
Sure.
You're always connected. You can always do work. But then you just get burnt out and you miss out on life and it's just zooming past you and you're like, where'd you go? Come back, you know, and it can't come back. So plan that shit.
You know, I've been telling people about Calendly for as long as people would listen to me. And like that'll change your life. Like I'm not kidding. It will completely change your life.
No joke.
Because you kind of put people always laugh at me when I use this term, but you kind of put the onus on the other people. Like, listen, My time is valuable, and I'm happy to give it to you. But I'm gonna let you, I'm gonna let you guys, I'm gonna let you pick what works for you. Everything on my Shane, what's up, dude? Man, I love this guy so much. I put everything on my Calendly. Like if I'm going to walk the dogs, I'm putting that shit on the Calendly. And but understand, nobody else sees it, right? I'm the only one that sees it. But the reason why I do that is because I tell people, legit, if you go on there and it says I'm available, you don't have to send me a text, but hey, it says you're available. You don't have to do any of that shit. Just sign up and we'll talk.
Yep.
Promise. And it changed my life. Yeah, I'm not tied down to, can you do Tuesday at 4 or Wednesday at 6? Oh, you can't do those? How about we do Friday at 7? No, that doesn't work for you. How about you kiss my ass and then we just keep moving forward?
Right. No, I that's what I was doing, man. I was like, give me 3 times in 3 days that work for you.
Yeah.
So we put that email tag back and forth. I'm like, dude, no, not anymore. COVID allowed me to slow down and think about it.
So frustrating.
Right.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, Calendly, great idea. The other thing too, now Calendly also links with your calendar, like Google Drive, right, or your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you have.
Yes, yes, it does.
That said, a buddy of mine, when he was first, starting off this social media blitz back when I was doing that stick cam thing, he did it right. And one of the things that he did and that I learned was, because you were consistent and you posted on these magical times they have, whether it's early morning or whether it's, afternoon or noon, he would set reminders for himself so that he wouldn't lack like I do. In other words, I'm not consistent like I should be. So be it. That's my fault, my business's fault. But for those that are consistent, they're benefiting from that. And what I mean by benefiting, hopefully monetarily, they're benefiting from that, because really it seems to be this is what all of our goals are to do, is benefit monetarily. And that's why we're branding ourselves or making ourselves look good, because it's not for free. Obviously.
Yeah, and it's a passion too. It feels good. You know what I mean? I love connecting with people.
Of course. Being
authentic. You're the same way, man. That's why we connect, and David too. So it's nice to make money with what you love. There's nothing better than that.
Right. No. That's a great point. That is a really, really great point.
I'm here, dude. You know what I mean? All of us.
Great point.
Sure.
All right, David, any more, or shall we go for the overtime?
Yeah, I mean, what's next? What's on the horizon for you, Jess? What's the big swerve, the big next what we can look forward to?
Well, the next thing is, hold on, wait, let me show you what's next. Okay, I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness.
5 seconds.
This is where the drum roll. Oh my God.
This has been in the freaking box since Christmas. I'm not gonna front about this. I am going to break this bad boy out at the Mobile Entertainment Expo in February. That has the new producer. It used to be, Mobile Beat. So I made a video and I was like, I'll break out my drum machine. So I basically gave myself a goal by putting it out there. So yeah, I want to set this thing up. I need to learn it. I need to learn enough to perform with it, but I don't know why I haven't taken it out of the box, dude. It's so pretty.
Yeah, that is dope.
This is what's next.
I've seen Buck Rogers play on one of them. Here's my question, Jess.
Yes, that's who inspired me, Greggy. No, that's why I saw him at the DJ Collector. I was like,
I looked at it. I didn't do enough investigation. It says on the side, PC and Mac compatible. Do I have to use Tractor with this?
No.
Not at all?
It has its own system. Don't ask me anything else. I don't know yet.
All right. But it has its own software. That's all I need to know.
Yes. I know that it's standalone. It's standalone, so that's the reason why I got it too.
It's standalone, so I can just plug the audio jacks into any mixer.
That's the that's what the plus is. You just need, it can do it by itself. Yeah, so you just need the sound. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. So come on to Pittsburgh. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's next.
All right, you might have. Well, when we were down there, I think they were banging on both the Range and then the Pioneer. They were utilizing the little buttons on these turntables or their players as drum pads. There were 8 of them. So little Blake, one of my students, was coming out there and jamming with with Jay Ski, jamming with Too Tough, jamming with all these top DJs, and he's just banging away at these buttons because they set him to bongos or they set him to like you know hi-hat, snare, drum, and he's using these, and I'm like, wow. And it was pretty cool to pick up. I could only imagine if I had how many pads? 32 pads?
Yeah, there's 32 on here. I've been using see 4.
And they're all color coded, right?
Yeah, there's actually 16. There's 16.
Oh my goodness! All right, that's still perfect.
I can't wait, dude.
Better than 8.
Yeah, ever since I saw Buck Rogers do his thing on it, I was like, I need to do that shit because like I'm using my hot pads right now.
And I'm sure there's like a shift button or another button that can go to another, like you can in other words 16, another 16. Yeah. I'm sure. Now I'm gonna have, if that's a standalone with that plus. Now I'm gonna have. Oh my god, I'm gonna spend more money. Yeah. It's all your fault.
Let's learn together, dude.
It's all your fault. Well, it's obviously the next step because really when David and I started out doing this, that is the really evolution of what we do as DJs. We want to make music. We want to make music. We want to have these hits. Jeff Rush was on. Jeff does a lot of music making, and he's into the, a buddy of ours, James Cervone, same thing. And they got their stuff published, and they're out there doing this music. Millie Mill and Quad, another group, that are out there. They started as DJs, and now they're taking it to the next, level and making music. But yeah, Buck. When I saw Buck do his thing, and that's the beauty of it. I bet I can probably take the videos that Buck did because of the fact we won't be pulled for the copyrights. Give them to Dave and say, here's something really quick. I want you to play this and then pull out mine. MASCHINE plus, right?
I charge more for that, by the way.
Yes, you do. Anyway. I'm buying this thing now. Now I'm excited. When I saw you pull that out, and if that's been sitting, somebody has given me 3 different things, but they all need tractor. They're tractor control.
Yeah,
they're tractor controllers, and I really I'm nothing bad against tractor. There's a reason since I'm not using it as I know how to use virtual DJ. Do I know how to use tractor? Sure, I can, but once again, put my ADD and tractor together, I'm going to get lost. I'm going to get lost. The reason I like Serato is it's simple.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get lost.
No doubt.
I mean, I'm the guy because I'll turn on an effect. I'll leave it on. So when I'm ready to play the next effect, I'm like, what the hell does this next song sound like? Because I left the echo on. That's
yeah.
I get lost with all the buttons. There's a reason people are like, why do you only have a DDJSR? I said, because an SX or an SZ has 4 channels. I'm going to get lost. Plain and simple. What do you think? I can focus on more than 2 channels if I don't have 4 things playing? I don't have a sign, or I'm the guy that has little sticky tabs and says, here, do not touch this or touch this. I'm that guy.
I'm happy you know yourself so well. That's important.
I do.
It is important. Yeah.
I have to put a do not touch over the eject button, or guess what? David's going to be gone the next time we take a ride in the plane.
Wow.
It's getting deep.
Hey, here's a staple. Why do you do this? This is a staple question, Jess. See if you pass or fail.
It's my passion.
You passed.
I mean, yeah, I tried to be a teacher. I tried to be in an office, and I couldn't do it. I just always had this burning desire to, be my own boss. And I didn't know it was possible. I had no clue I could be a DJ to support my family. No clue, dude. I would have started a long time ago. I'm not one to take back, anything the way my life's gone, but I kind of wish I would have known earlier because I would have hit the club scene hard, transitioned into weddings and such. I kind of did it backwards. I had the family, had the kids, and then I was like, let's go. But yeah, passion. And that's the only way I could live my life. I can't spend time making money because we have to, as humans. I can't do that with something I don't love. I just can't waste time like that. So that's why I passed. So I can still keep DJing. Yeah.
You do it. Do it, girl.
Look, you said you're a passion. That's it. We do this because we love this. And you said the word love twice.
Yeah.
Normally, I wait for the first time. You said it twice, not just, and yeah, passion is exactly that. It's saying that you love something more deeper, like passionate about something is it's just like, I'm psycho about it. I love it.
It consumes you.
Yeah, we're audiophiles. You know, we like anything and everything that has to do with, you know, listening and music and beats and making beats, and whether it's ambient noise or noise. You know, one of my favorite movies out there, and Dave will nod, is August Rush. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a minute with that little boy, right?
Yeah, and he does this symphony, and it's almost I guess I would call him a savant. Both of his parents, you know, who he found out later, you know, because he was adopted, or not adopted, he grew up on the streets, and he found his parents through music, but he put together this symphony just through the noise of the city of, and I guess it was New York, obviously.
Again.
It was amazing. It was just an amazing, when you talk about passion and you talk about, you know, music and all that, it's something that really, if you love this, recharges your batteries about music and make the hairs on your arms stand up, like, whoo, gives you goosebumps, like, wow.
It's,
you know,
the music, man. It's the music. It's always been there, right?
But music does that. That's why I'm a trainer, and that's why I work with a lot of special needs kids, because it reaches beyond those barriers that, whether a chemical imbalance or something that naturally happened to them that they can't be reached, music seems to reach them, and whether it chills certain ones out or it just makes them focus, you know, a little bit, you know. I kind of get that, because I'm, you know, they drugged me when I was a kid, so that was the wrong thing to do. Yeah.
Should have played music.
Music makes me lose control. But
hey, what's up? Missy L in the house. Missy L in the house. Music make me lose control.
You're so quick. I don't even know how you do it, David.
Pump. It's got that guy we're looking above him the whole time. It's almost scary. Dave, if you were to move your chair just a little bit over, it would be scary what Michael is doing to you. Oh, that does not look good, David. No.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look weird, Jess, with his hat?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm seeing what you're seeing.
Yeah, man. If Michael Jordan,
I don't think anybody sees what Greg sees. Let's just be honest.
What's happening? Oh, my face hurts. Hold on.
And I mean that like in a good way. I mean that in a very good way.
No, yeah. Okay.
I'm on twice the anesthesia that David's on tonight.
I might start getting teeth pulled before every show.
I recommend it.
I do not know. No dentist for this girl unless I have to go.
Yeah.
No dentist.
Yeah, not my favorite.
Well, you know what? You want to hit our other staple question, David?
I forget which one you're talking about. So how about
one that you used and I stole from you too. And it's really it's almost like the ending question, but I love this one. Dave used to ask, where do you see yourself in 5 maybe 10 years?
At the age of 43. I don't know, dude. I mean, I have a hard time knowing where I'm going to be. And I don't know. I just kind of like look for the year ahead. My brain has never taken me 5 years ahead. I've always wanted to sit down and write that out. So I see myself, hopefully with my hair longer, because I'm always trying to grow out my hair just to keep it lighthearted. I don't know, obviously more financial stable than I am now, because I'm always, trying to improve that way too. I see myself meditating every morning.
Ooh.
And because I need to start doing that more. So I'm hoping I can kind of build in that holistic lifestyle a little bit stronger than what I'm doing right now. That's where I see myself being like more connected. I'm very in tune with like the universe and stuff. That's like kind of my MO. I'm hoping that I can get into that more, because I feel like once I start to live that lifestyle, that everything else will kind of fall into place. Like I just need to take time in nature. You know what I mean? And take vacations, take my family to Ireland. I would love that in 5 years too. And obviously I'd love to be able to know how to scratch. I don't know how to scratch yet, man. So that needs to happen. That's going to be 2 years for sure. And I see myself still being an incredible DJ, but just having more confidence than I do now. Just always building up that confidence. I guess that's the most authentic answer I can give you guys. I never really looked ahead that far. It's too scary. I don't know.
That was an awesome answer.
In the moment, and the next year.
That was an awesome answer. And really, you said what I was going to ask. Do you see yourself DJing in 5 years? And yes, you do, because you're passionate about it and you love it. But no, great.
Yeah, For sure, man. I don't know when that's going to stop. I have no clue because one of my branding things is being cool, So like, am I ever not going to be cool as I get older? Like, is it going to show? Like hairstyle. They're like, that's so 10 years ago, girl. I don't know. So
there's a good chance that you're going to be very awesome because you are right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. In 5 years, I see myself being cool.
There you go. There you go.
That's why I got a deep voice for that. Maybe my voice will lower as I get older. I don't know.
I like it. Maybe your balls will drop by then. There you go.
In a male-dominated industry, maybe my balls will drop by then. Yeah.
How you doing?
No, my voice has gotten lower as I got older, though. Did you guys ever notice that shit? You ever notice that your voice changes as you get older?
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Mine changed at around 11, and then just never. At that point, it's always been that way.
Listen, it does. I can't sing Four Non Blondes. What's up anymore? I can't hit the highs. I don't know what happened. It just dropped.
Nope. I used to be a good Robert Plant impersonator. No longer. No, it's not. No.
That's dope. I wish you were.
I'm a lead singer in a band, and I'm having problems. And I've always been for 25 years. And I could hit the high notes back there. And look, smoking, drinking, partying, the life of a rock star doesn't help you.
Yeah. So 5 years, definitely lower voice. That's where I see.
Yeah, but look, and as DJs, do you do karaoke?
Not anymore, man. I couldn't vibe with it anymore. I
didn't vibe with it anymore.
Nah.
Look, whatever pays the bills. I mean, if I was in the right spot, like if it was the wrong spot, I mean, I used to do a biker bar 20 years ago where if you bought the wrong people, these guys were like, they'd sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm like, are you kidding me? But the wrong crowd came in and they didn't want the wrong crowd to see them singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm like, oh, do some Johnny Cash or something, guys. Like do some, tough man song. Nope. They would go right to Barney, I love you. And the biggest, scariest dude that would kill you is singing these songs. And I'm just like, oh my God. And this was before they had the videos on your cell phone and all that, because that would be like gold. That would be gold. And I would be dead.
I would post a reel about it. For sure.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Oh God.
I could see a lot of proposals happening there too.
The proposal. Wait, where did that come from?
I don't know. I was just thinking, like, I can't even imagine if I tried to host karaoke. Like, I'd probably get my ass kicked on a regular basis if I did, because that's
Ring of Fire.
I can't tolerate that stuff, because I wouldn't. I mean, look how much I'm running my mouth tonight, and we're just having fun. Like, imagine if I had to really seriously be there with a bunch of people, like Mariah Carey wannabes and shit like that. Like, I just don't think I can handle that.
Well, part of it, and Jess can second this off, because if you don't have people that are singing there, you kind of got to grab the mic and do it yourself and show them what it's about, right, Jess?
Yes, you do. If nobody is doing it, you have to kick it off. And I used to always do. I rap to shoot. That's my favorite.
Ooh, very cool.
Oh yeah. That's how I would kick it off, because you don't really have to have great vocal abilities for that. You just got to be able to talk fast and have
Mine is because I got high by Afro Man for the exact same reason, but slower.
Lower.
I'd like to see that.
I was talking to a guy who belts out Magic Carpet Ride.
Oh no, you didn't.
Oh yes, I did. Oh yeah. What was another one? Me and another buddy who was in a band. We did it, and it was at my 20th high school anniversary. We walked in and we did Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, and they were, whoa, he's in a professional band and I'm a DJ. Like, whoa, you guys do this? Like, the whole place went down. Like, it was like, ooh, can you guys perform here?
My girl Chriselle's been commenting. She's actually the queen of karaoke. She sings Patsy Cline Crazy, but she also just learned White Horse for my family's 4th of July picnic that we had. We have
nice.
Friends perform.
She also posted Ring of Fire, which is great in the hillbilly lands of Pennsylvania. We love that song. Oh my God. God. I'm a god. I play that song at the right event. I become a god. There are certain songs in certain events, and you all know this, that if you play it, you become that DJ god or goddess.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being correct in the year 2021, good sir, and including our fine women of the DJ world as well.
Yeah, no, I look, I always do that. I hang around with like Neek and now Jess, and hell, before Jess it was Ponfetti. So I had to watch my P's, Q's, R's, and Sausage Fest, Dave.
We'll bite your ass about it, man. We'll
Right.
say something.
I didn't. I had no idea Tom Petty was a female. Wow.
What are you talking about?
I'm petty.
Did I miss something?
I thought you said Tom Petty. Maybe I misunderstood you.
Who, me or him or Greg?
Oh, this guy here.
Tom Petty. Did I say Tom Petty?
Sounded like
Jeff,
you
are
did.
paying attention? I'm not paying attention. We're
All
not
right, we
paying
gotta-
attention.
Ponfetti. Michelle.
Confetti. Oh yeah.
He was
Gotcha.
wrestling TV for a minute too. Yeah.
All right, we're good.
He doesn't see. He doesn't follow the female DJs.
What's
Oh
up?
yeah, I do. Just not
do?
ones that sound like confetti.
No, confetti. You know, you're right. All right, look, shot it. Look, just another DJ that was on the Peavy circuit with us. That's all. And yeah, and I shouldn't drop names that you don't know. 2, 3. Sorry. And hold on,
It is lit, man. You're not kidding, man. This
Hold on.
this show is gonna go down in infamy, man. I'm just gonna start getting me some syringe needles of Novocaine and just like, all right, let's go, let's get it.
Oh my God.
Speaking of that, all right, we do have to go. We got to go.
Yeah, I gotta
We
go
gotta
make
go.
bed if they're still
All right, Jess, put your kids to bed. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been a
Thank
blast. I love being able to laugh and have fun because there's enough other shit in the world going on that we all have to deal with. So thank you for helping us have some fun tonight, learn a few things, but most importantly, laugh and enjoy this industry that we're all a part of, that we're all blessed to be able to be a part of. And just, thank you for what you do for the industry. Seriously, I genuinely mean that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you guys
yeah.
for having me. This was great. Seriously, you're right. It was definitely a shining light. We just kind of escaped all of the shit that's happening right now.
There it is.
We like to educate and have fun at the same time. It's like, we all hang out. I one of my analogies, it's like we're all hanging out discussing shop, but yet joking and having fun, so hopefully we could, help a couple people along the way as we do this. So I appreciate it. Thank you for that, Jess. So
next week, season 3 kicks off. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining us. We always have a lot of fun with y'all. Shane, if you're still watching, Shane Ryan made our theme song for us for season 3. So we're going to be debuting that next week in the beginning of the show. And we have a surprise guest. We're not going to say who it is until the last minute for next week again. Yeah. I'll be checking in next week live from the beautiful state of Massachusetts, Boston, to be specific. So I'll look forward to connecting with everybody from there.
Yep.
And Greg, why don't you close us out, man?
all right. Also, I'll probably join us. I'll be joining us too from a remote location. If you don't mind me trying that, while you're in Boston, why not? If we're all going to do something crazy, we're going to do that. So I'll be coming from Retro Future Cafe. One of my shout out to DJ Doc Rob. So.
By the way, next week's show is clothing optional as well. All right, go ahead and hit our close off. And we'll see what happens.
Clothing optional. That's all right. That's good. I'll close you out. Well, thank you to our guest tonight, DJ Jess. This concludes another amazing episode of In the Cue Podcast with Greg Kern and David Hanscom. Thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to like our cast and subscribe to get notified of future episoes. You can follow us on social media at In the Cue Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest on our show, or if you have ideas for a show topic, please email us at hello@inthecuepodcast.com. Thank you, Jess. See y'all next week.
So fun. Bye.